Also, before I start the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Again, that does help me a lot, and that does mean a lot to me. And another thing I do want to mention, a lot of you have asked me where I got my Starlights. I've got them done by Starlight Customs down in New Jersey. I'll make sure to try to pin their comment or like their Instagram right here, somewhere up here, one of these two sides. And that way, if you guys want to check them out, they did great work. I have no complaints. But yeah, let's get this video on the road. Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Today is going to be a little bit of a different video. I am going to tell you the truth about Boost Dynamic Tuning and my 6 months of experience with his Stage 1 Plus on a 2021 Audi A4 B9.5. It's the, what is it, it's the EA888, I think. But just the updated version with the 45 or 48 volt battery, whatever it is, whatever system that is. It's a little bit different from the previous gen, which is just a B9. This gen has a little bit more horsepower, but it's the same engine. Make it make sense, just different ECU and different TCUs. But we're gonna talk about my experience with Boost Dynamic Tuning. Trent, it sounds like he's a one-man team down where he's located. I don't know if he's North Carolina or South Carolina. I might be completely wrong, but if I am, just dropping down below where he's located. I know he has a shop, and I know he has a couple of videos of a beautiful modified Stage 2 Plus E85 catless downpipe B9.5. That thing was great. That thing was beautiful, and he has different videos, different stages and stuff like that, if you guys have any sort of questions on his tunes or anything like that. All right, so let's talk about a couple of things that I hear in the community, that his tunes are trash or that he blows up a lot of engines. I haven't seen anything about his tunes being trash or him blowing up engine. Let's just kind of rewind a little bit and just have a little bit of his backstory. So let's take a quick look at some of the things that, so I've been talking to Trent and he sent me a text message. His company, he started it back in 2016. He has been tuning since 2013, and it's only Audi and Volkswagen and Porsche, VAG for life or die. You already know how it is. And he started dyno tuning very recently. Back in 2020, he has a dyno in his shop. That's why if you go take a look at his channel, he has some dyno videos of different cars and of like different setups and different tunes. He's a one-man team, does tuning for multiple Volkswagen Audis. We're talking about anything from GTIs to A4s, S4s, even the supercharged, even RS7s, which he has one. He's tuning absolutely anything and anything that he can get his hands on. And if he's tuning an RS7, I always like to put it this way. So he has an RS7. He's tuning his own personal vehicle to make more power. If he wasn't a reliable tuner, or if he wasn't a reputable tuner, he would not tune his own vehicle, because if he wasn't good, he just wouldn't do it. And if he wasn't good, his shit would have been blown up. My shit would have been blown up. And everybody else that I have recommended and anybody else that bought his tune, their shit would have been blown up. So let's just crack down on his tunes not being reliable or anything like that, because I have had his tune Stage 1 Plus for about 6 months now, and I have beat the living piss out of my car. I also have his new revision, and I've put over 300 miles in his new revision, and somehow without, so I told him a concern about how the transmission was acting a little weird and how it was shifting weird. Again, I'm running a different tune, and my transmission is like not keeping up with it. So with his new revision, it feels like I have a Stage 1 Plus transmission tune. The shift points, like the pressure and everything, I don't know exactly what goes all into tuning, but it just feels 10 times better than when I first had the original tune. And again, he's a one-man team. He has multiple files he has to look through. He has multiple different cars he has to look through. So I give him props for doing things that 03 is not doing, that IE is not doing, APR is not doing, Jackal's not doing. None of those companies are touching this platform. And those are multi-million-dollar companies that they could pay somebody up in Germany, I don't know, $100,000 to give them the code to crack these transmissions or something like that. I really don't know how. I don't know the process of cracking a transmission or tuning or anything like that, by all means. I just kind of mod my cars. I'm not in the tuning process or anything like that. But he's doing what other companies are not doing. Like right now, Integrated Engineering, they're still releasing stuff for their 2020. And then if you go on their site, they're advertising they're 21 and up, but when you email them, they don't actually have a tune for the 2021 and up or anything like that. They're just tuning their 2020 and down, because again, that's kind of the year where everything started changing. So everybody in the comments, or everybody's out there, from my experience and everything else from this one-man team, I haven't had any bad experience. His customer service, if he doesn't reply, if within a day, he will reply within 2, either text message or email. Again, I have no complaints. I love that I was able to wake up the car, make it a little fun. I'll give you guys a little bit of clips. Audi A4 B9.5 Stage 1 Plus with BDT tuning, launch control. Right there, my transmission got too hot, and that was one of the safety mechanisms that it just cut down the launch control. So it wouldn't even let me do a launch control on the car. That's one of the safety parameters with the tune, which is pretty cool. That way you don't blow up your transmission. So again, I just want to touch base on the last clip. As you saw, my transmission got too hot. I also was beating it on the way up here to my location, and it got too hot after I did that one pull, and then I tried to do a second pull. It is also 60 degrees, it's super humid, but the safety mechanism on the tune locked the transmission so I don't mess anything up. And before we start saying that this is paid, he's not paying me. I'm doing this out of my own time and my own will. I just want to make sure that people that actually are doing, you know, their hard work and putting their passion up front don't get bashed by a lot of people out there that just like to talk a lot of BS, and it's just not right. So if you want to take my experience, I'm a normal person. I work like everybody else. I have my beautiful daily right here that again is stage 1+, and I have no complaints. As you saw, safety mechanisms. I tried to launch the car and the car wouldn't let me because of the safety mechanism that he has implemented into the tune. But something that I am excited about, that I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of an insight. I don't think he has posted anything like that yet, but you're probably gonna hear from me first. He is working on an app. So for everybody that is out there, he's working on an app, so it's gonna make it 10 times easier to read codes, delete codes, check if there's anything wrong with your vehicle. Like for example, that launch, I could have checked my transmission values to see how hot it is and how long I need to wait for it to cool down. But I don't know when that's coming out, but he did send me a little bit of a preview. It looks pretty good, and I hope it comes out soon because I'm gonna be excited. I'm gonna be one of the first ones to actually download the tune, or not the tune, but like download the app and go over everything. And with that being said, guys, this is the truth about BDT tuning. It's a solo man doing his passion and his job. And again, shout out to Trent. If you're watching this video, kudos to you, bro. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep hustling. Keep trying. And guys, go check him out. He's a great person.